Hello, beautiful souls. Happy full moon in Pisces. This is happening on the 20th at 7:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the energy I'm feeling around this full moon is enchantment, wisdom, beauty, intuition. Like this is a really, really lovely, supportive full moon. And I'm also going to share my screen today so you can see the chart of the full moon and begin to get a better feel for the alignments of the planets at this time. So I'm really excited to dive in. And before we do that, I want to be sure you know as well that my Abundance Activation Challenge started today. This is a free challenge, 5 days together to see how abundant you can get, to raise your frequency, to tap into the energy of prosperity. And there's a training each day. And we also do energy work, channel guidance from the records, just so powerful. We're off to an incredible start. So I will pop the link below if you want to sign up and join me for that challenge. So let's dive right in. Firstly, looking at the Piscean archetype, since that is the spotlight right now with the full moon in Pisces. That's the energy we are really feeling into. And this is a water sign that is very, very connected to the spirit realm, the dream realm, intuition, and this beautiful reminder to return to the energy of love and compassion. And that's so needed in our world, not only right now, but at any time. The more we can embody this energy of love and spread it wherever we go, we are going to raise the vibration of the planet. And when I talk about the energy of love, sometimes people feel like, oh, it's just an airy-fairy thing, and we can't love everyone. And the thing is, when we're truly grounded in love, we have really healthy, strong boundaries. We care for ourselves. We love other people, and we can respect their viewpoints, their decisions, even if we disagree and it doesn't feel aligned to our path. And this full moon is really bringing us back to that, this energy of unity, this energy of connection, because yes, we incarnate into these physical bodies and we all have our own unique journey, our own path, and we are unique individuals in that way. This full moon is a reminder that we are also all connected as well. We are also all a reflection of source energy, of infinite intelligence, very unique reflections of how this energy is channeled into the world, which is a really beautiful thing. So opposite the moon, we have the sun in Virgo. We are still in Virgo season, although soon it's going to be moving into Libra, which is a whole new energy. But of course, at the time of this full moon, the energy that's captured here, it is in the sign of Virgo. And both Virgo and Pisces are on the healing axes of the zodiac. They represent healing on a deep level. And Virgo is very practical, very detail oriented, but also very service oriented, and definitely has the purest of intentions. And when I talk about these energies, this is in the expression of them without the other zodiac signs that are involved, right? And in our own unique birth chart, it's always a mix. So you may be a Virgo in Pisces, but you will have planets in other locations as well. But if we look at the purest expression of the Virgo archetype, it is of service. It's about practicality, details, even communication. It's a very grounded, earthy energy. So with these energies, even though in opposition, both being very strong right now, this is an opportunity to do deep levels of healing at this full moon. And I also encourage you to be very aware of your dreams right now, the symbols that are coming through in your dreams, the people you are dreaming about, how you feel in your dreams. Is there a feeling of frustration, a feeling of anger, a feeling of being afraid? Is there a feeling of exhilaration, of excitement? What are the emotions you feel in your dreams? And when you reflect back on it, how does it make you feel? That can reveal a lot about the subconscious programming that we have going on. And this Piscean energy is also very much a link to the subconscious realm as well. And the more that we can be aware of our subconscious patterns, the more we can really be conscious creators instead of just creating on default. Now, each of the signs of the zodiac also are connected to one of the 12 houses. And for Pisces, it rules over the 12th house, the final house of the zodiac. So this also suggests this moon is about completion in many ways. Another energy, especially with the sun being in Virgo, is this could be you're seeing the fruition of the work that you've put in. You're seeing certain manifestations really come from the energetic realm into the physical. You're seeing the manifestation come to fruition. You're seeing the reward for your hard work, but it's also a completion of cycles. So I feel a lot of us at this time are going to be starting new chapters in our life. And you may not even be aware of exactly what that's going to look like, but you just feel like things are changing internally. You're not the same person you used to be, which is really true. But this Pisces full moon can put that in the spotlight. And also alongside that as well is really looking at, are you aligned to the wisdom of your soul? Are you aligned to your higher self? Or are you playing in an energy and persona that's not really who you are? Because the Piscean energy is a mutable sign, which means it can really blend with its surroundings. And it can really take on energies of other people, other identities. So you really want to come back to, okay, who am I? What do I stand for? Am I feeling aligned with my path and purpose at this time? And if not, it's a beautiful opportunity to realign. So what I'm going to do here is share my screen just so I can point out some of these alignments a little bit more for you. It's always really fun just to see the astrological charts as well. So don't mind my messy desktop. All right, so this is a snapshot of the sky at the time of this beautiful Pisces full moon. So over here we have the moon at 28 degrees, and it's also conjunct Neptune, which is the ruler of this full moon. So again, we're really feeling into this energy of enchantment, of magic. It's a very dreamy vibe, very ethereal feel that can bring in, again, lots and lots of healing for you at this time. So they are coupled together and they are opposites. You see the red lines here are representing an opposition, opposite the sun at 28 degrees of Virgo. So we can see again those energies both being in the spotlight right now, both representing healing, both representing how we are of service to the world. Again, these signs are just very, very beautiful in the purest expression. Now, in the lower octave and shadow expressions, we can get lost in our daydreams to the point where we never actually take action. So we're dreaming about all these things we desire, the trips we want to take, the business we want to create, the money we want to bring in, but it just stays a dream that's very much in our mind instead of feeling it in our heart. So we really want to embody it. We want to feel the energy of what it is we desire to attract. And from that space, we want to be led into inspired action. Also, the shadow of this energy can be addiction, escapism. What are the ways you are trying to escape right now? We have so much going on in our world, and we can escape through endlessly scrolling through social media, through drinking, through drugs, through Netflix. Like there's so many ways we can escape from feeling our emotions. And while those things can be temporary, maybe sometimes what we need in that moment when we're really overwhelmed, ultimately it's not a way that we evolve and move forward. We really have to feel our feelings. And this full moon reminds us of that as well. It's like, hey, don't run from your emotions, don't run from your feelings. The only way is to feel them, to move through them. But overall, again, I'm feeling a lot of loving, powerful energy that is coming through with this. So let's take a look at some of the aspects here. And when I say aspects, this is basically the relationships between the planets, how their energies are co-creating together. So the moon is forming a sextile with Pluto here. And Pluto, sorry, my mouse is like being weird. See if it comes back on board. Pluto over here is the planet of power and transformation. So where it's forming this harmonious connection with the moon, I really feel like this is deep internal transformation that's happening for many, many people right now. Like this energy of rebirth. Again, when we look at Pisces governing the 12th house, it's like a closure, it's a new chapter. And there's a lot going on under the surface. I feel for many people, you may not be sure exactly how it's going to be expressed yet, how you're going to show up in this new chapter, but you feel things are moving, things are happening here. So Pluto is also in relationship with Mercury over here. They're actually forming a square, and Mercury is currently in the sign of Libra. So this brings in a relationship theme, our communication in the relationships in our life. With Pluto here, this suggests transformation in our relationships. I'm feeling this can also be our relationship with ourselves. We're relating to ourselves in a new way. We're kind of playing with a new identity that we're taking on that feels more aligned and true to who we are than ever before. That feels very empowering. This can also very much be relationships with other people with Mercury and Libra. Beautiful time to communicate and say what needs to be said, because these energies can help you do it in a very diplomatic, loving way. So it's very supportive of that. Now, Mercury is also flowing in harmony with Jupiter. There's a trine formation here. Jupiter over here in Aquarius, Mercury down here in Libra, flowing in harmony together. I love this energy. This is expanding our imagination. This is opening us up to new ideas. Mercury and Jupiter, both in air signs, like they're happy in these positions. They're flowing together. Again, this can be harmonious communications. This can be new divine downloads dropping in. So definitely take time today just to connect in, focus on your breath, and ask where you are being guided right now. Ask what truly lights you up at this time in your life, because this is a very supportive energy where you can receive those answers. You can receive that guidance. Maybe even keeping a book next to your bed to capture your dreams. Or if you don't keep a book there, I know I recommend this. I don't always do this, but when I have really powerful dreams, I have the intention that I remember them. And when I first wake up in the morning, it's like I'll review them in my mind just to solidify them. Because if we don't, we tend to forget, right? We forget our dreams very quickly. So if you can wake up and like capture them in a book, or even just intentionally sit with it and say, okay, how was I feeling in this dream? Who were the people involved in it? Because a lot of our dreams very much involve decoding symbols, right? It can be very strange occurrences that are happening in our dreams. And we're like, how did this all come together? So the more that we can look at, how do I feel in my dream? How do I feel about this dream? And were there some big symbols coming out for me? That can be really powerful to integrate and reflect on. Okay, let me see here. I really feel like these are the main energies speaking to me at this time around this moon. Yeah, the main one standing out. So again, rulers Neptune, we got moon and Neptune kind of hanging out together, very dreamy, ethereal energy. We got Virgo, very service oriented. Yeah, I feel like these are the main energies at play here. So overall, very loving, compassionate, healing full moon, that if there are a mixture of emotions that are coming up for you, because depending where this is hitting your birth chart, where you currently are on your life path and journey, it's possible that this could bring up a lot of emotions to the surface. And the best thing you can do is just love yourself, breathe through it, and be aware of the ways that you may want to escape and come back instead just to your truth. All right. So once again, a reminder, if you want to continue journeying with me throughout this week, I have my Abundance Activation Challenge, which is free to join. Extremely powerful. We are really harnessing this energy that's coming in throughout the full moon and carrying it with us throughout this week and getting really abundant and prosperous. So I would love to see you there. I'll attach the link below. And thank you for joining me for this. I am sending so much love to you and wishes for an incredible week ahead.